Hello and welcome. Let's begin in easy pose, sitting cross-legged right in the center of your mat. Lift your spine up tall. You can close your eyes here if that feels good. Just start to center yourself here in the present moment. As you lengthen up through the crown of your head, roll your shoulders up and back as you inhale. Exhale, ground yourself down through the points of your hips. Inhale to energize your body. Open mouth, exhale, letting go of anything you don't need as we move through this soothing yoga flow. One more breath in, and let your breath go. If you'd like to set an intention for this practice, simply something you'd like to focus on in your life, on your mat today, you can do so right now. And I'll offer you my intention of letting this be a really soothing practice. Let it feel good in your body. Think of it as a moving meditation to move with your breath, to feel centered, grounded, calm, strong, whatever it is you'd like to cultivate. Blink your eyes open. As you inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Pinkies point forward, biceps frame your ears. As you exhale, cactus your arms, pull your elbows down and back. Maybe you shine your heart forward as you draw your elbows back, a little bit of a back bend here. Reach high, breathe in. Once more, cactus, pull your elbows down and back. Breathe in to reach high. Breathe out, side body stretch to the right. Right arm down, left arm reaches long up and over to the right. Feel that left hip anchor down into your mat as your left fingertips reach up and over, keeping your chest open straight ahead of you. Breathe in to rise, other side. Breathe out, left hand down, right arm reaches up and then over. Right hip anchors down. Feel that energy long along the right side of your body, shooting out up through your right fingertips. Center as you inhale. Twist this time, left hand to your right knee, right hand behind your back. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale, roll your right shoulder back and let your chest open to the right. Full inhale, lengthen your spine. Full exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale to come back through center, fingertips to the sky. Other side, right hand to left knee, left hand behind your back. Inhale to lift tall. Exhale, twist deeper. Maybe you look over your left shoulder. One more breath in. Stay for the exhale. Lift your arms high overhead. Breathe in. Fold forward. Fingertips reach down toward the floor. Let your head bow down between your biceps. Maybe your forehead grounds down toward the floor. Maybe not. Doesn't matter here. Full breath in, long spine. Creep your fingers out long in front of you. Melt your torso down as you exhale. And rise back up. Reach your arms high. As you exhale, circle your hands down and find a clasp behind your back. Draw your palms together as you extend out through your arms. If that's too much, separate your hands and reach down toward the mat. Just want to roll your shoulders up and back wherever you are, opening your heart, opening your chest, feeling a nice relief across the front of your chest, maybe opening across your throat if you look up. Pull your palms together for a little more intensity. Breathe in. Breathe out, release your hands if they're clasped. Reach for the ground behind you. Uncross your legs. Remember which shin is in front. We're going to do this again with the awkward side. Ground down through your hands. Let your knees fall to the right windshield wiper. Up and over to the left. Take it with your breath. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, knock to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Once more, inhale to the right. Exhale here. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, release and cross your legs in easy pose with the other shin bone in front. So it should feel a little uncomfortable. Just try to settle into the discomfort and move through it, move with it. Breathe in to reach your arms high. Breathe out, side body stretch, right hand down, left arm up and over. Inhale for length, exhale for depth. Inhale like a rainbow up and over to the left. Right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, reach to the sky, biceps frame your ears. Exhale, twist left hand to right knee, right hand behind your back. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, open and twist. One more breath in this shape. Inhale, center, reach the sky. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand to left knee. Breathe in. Deeper twist on the exhale. One more full cycle of breath. Back up to center, reach up high, inhale. As you exhale, bring both hands to your knees. Pull your heart forward, chest lifts, seated cow pose. As you exhale, belly button to spine, chin to chest, round forward. One more time, inhale, pull your heart through, look up. Exhale, round spine, curl in. Inhale, lift up tall, reach high. Exhale, hands to the floor, crawl long, bow your head between your arm bones, reach your fingers long, extending through your arms, letting your forehead get heavy, maybe even touch down. Feel your glutes, your hips sink down into the mat as you reach long, nice release in the glutes. Inhale, crawl back in, reach your arms up, breathe in again. As you exhale, bring your hands back behind you. Maybe you reach for the mat. Maybe you clasp your hands together, extending through your arms. Look up. Maybe you work your palms closer to one another. Breathe in, chest forward, chin up. And release. Let's go straight to downward facing dog. From tabletop, tuck your toes, pike your hips high. Feet and hands, hips and shoulders width distance apart, finding a comfortable length between hands and feet. Slight tilt in your tailbone, sending your hips high. Pull your chest back towards your thighs. You can come up high in your heels, bend your knees, and then lift your hips. Long spine, extended arms pushing down through your index finger, and then draw your heels down toward the mat. They don't have to touch, knees can stay bent. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shift your weight to your left leg and kick your right leg straight back. Notice your nice level hips here to start. Your right big toe is pointing straight down toward the floor. So you could imagine balancing a teacup and saucer on your back. That's how level your hips are. Flex your right foot as though you're going to kick the wall behind you. Be careful if you have a window like I do. Good, so this is a closed square hip position. Now we're gonna open it up. So stack your right hip on top of your left, and then your toes can point up toward the ceiling. Might feel good to bend your knee. It's waking up your hips. Maybe you circle your knee in one direction, and then the other. Maybe you extend hard through your arms and pull your chest back toward your left thigh, feeling this nice big stretch. Breathe in, re-extend your right leg, level off your hips. As you breathe out, draw your knee towards your nose, tap it in. Shift forward so much that you step your right foot in between your hands to a runner's lunge. Lift your chest, breathe in. You can roll forward and back on your left foot. Just finding your position here, getting a nice stretch in your hip flexors. It's that feeling as though you're going to take off and run. One more inhale. On the exhale, pyramid pose. So you can shorten and widen your stance, pop your left foot forward, and then dial your left heel down. Your feet are on railroad tracks, maybe a little bit wider. And melt your torso forward, think forehead to knee. Come back to that closed hip position, so your left hip, notice if it's up in space. You want to dial it down, so think about pulling your left hip down and then your right hip back. Good. If this is feeling really tough and your right hamstring's really tight, you can take a wider stance, you can take a shorter stance, and you can add a soft bend in your right knee. As you breathe in, lengthen your spine. Breathe out, melt forward. Maybe you take your hands to your low back, clasp your hands together, and draw your knuckles straight up, just like we did in our seated position. Extending your knuckles to the sky, letting the crown of your head bow forward towards your feet. Breathe in. Breathe out, release. Come through a runner's lunge. We'll find warrior one. Spin your left heel down and keep your right toes pointing straight ahead of you. It's a heel to heel alignment. Imagine your heels are on the same line going vertically down the mat. Know that you can always widen your stance if this is tough on your hips. Ride your inhale all the way up to standing. Bend deeper into your right knee. Good, so notice your hips. You want that left hip plugged forward. Think right hip back. Knee over ankle. Reach your arms high. Breathe in. Scoop up your belly. Slight tuck of your tailbone. Knit your rib cage in so you're not flaring out, getting too big of a back bend here. Breathe in. Press your palms together. Exhale to sink low. Listen here as you inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend. Straighten, breathe in. Bend your right knee, breathe out. Straighten, breathe in. Bend, breathe out. One more time, straighten, breathe in. Bend, breathe out. Now take your eyes all the way up to your hands. Press your palms, inhale. Stay for your exhale. Final inhale, warrior one. Runner's lunge as you exhale. Circle your hands down to frame your right foot and spin your left heel up. Full breath in. Wiggle your right foot to the outside of your mat and bring your right hand on the inside of your right foot so your right pinky toe is right at the edge. Active lizard. So just like runner's lunge, you can shift forward and back on your left heel. Get steady through your left hand. Fly your right arm up. Easy twist in your lizard lunge. Think about rolling your right shoulder back and take your gaze up to your hand. Breathe in. Wide-legged fold on the exhale. Crawl your hands to the center of your mat. Spin your toes slightly in. Heels slightly out. Bow your head forward. For more intensity, draw your hands back underneath your legs. Think about letting the crown of your head release down toward the mat. If it doesn't touch, don't worry. One day it might. Know that you can always shorten your stance for more stability or widen your stance for a deeper posture. Reach for the ankles, bow forward. You can play with any arm variations that call to you. You can take that clasp at your low back, palms press, arms extend, getting a nice release into your shoulders. Release your hands down. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. Now crawl your arms out long in front of you and extend. So a wide-legged downward facing dog. You can always shorten your stance here. As you inhale, inflate the space between your shoulder blades. Exhale, draw your chest down. Inhale, inflate. Exhale, chest gets heavy. Almost like a cat and cow. Inhale, rounding. Exhale, folding. One more time. Inhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Exhale, let your back be like a slide. So sloping it down, maybe even looking down between your thumbs. Crawl your hands in. Come back to your lizard lunge. Turn your right toes toward the top of your mat. And then take your left leg out a little bit wider. This time let your left knee come down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Keep your chest lifted here. And then bow your head forward. Maybe, if it feels good, you can come down to your elbows. If you have a pillow, cushion, or block, you can always place your elbows on top of a block. And breathe. Just letting this hip release happen. Letting your body be heavy. Your hips be heavy. Just really feel that opening through your lower body. And let your breath flow through your body naturally and smoothly. Let your mind and your thoughts settle into the present moment. Breathing through any sensations, any tension. Inhale, come to your hands if you're on your forearms. Take your right hand to your right thigh. Apply a little bit of pressure. Just push your thigh out. You might come to the knife edge of your right foot. Gaze over your right shoulder. If you'd like to get a quad stretch on the left leg, reach your right arm up and back. Maybe you bend your left leg, grab hold of the shoelace side of your foot. If you have the connection, you can draw your heel in close to your seat. Continue to let your hips press forward wherever you are. Release. Right hand down. Tuck your left toes. Come through your active lizard shape. And then bend your left knee. Launch forward. Yogi squat malasana. Sink your hips low. Hands at heart center. You can take a supported malasana with your hips high. You can take a pillow under your hips. Or if you feel comfortable, drop the tailbone down toward your mat. Press your elbows into the creases of your knees and draw the crown of your head up toward the ceiling. Let your breath be smooth. Let your breath be mindful, natural, deep. Close your eyes if that feels grounding in your body. Full inhale, find length. On your exhale, hands to the mat. Step or little froggy hop back to plank pose. In plank, breathe in, roll onto your tiptoes, pull back. Shift forward, pull back. Right knee, right elbow, extend it back. Left knee, left elbow, extend back. Once more, right to right, extend, left to left, extend, down dog. Full inhale, full exhale. Once more, just like that, breathe in through your nose. Part your lips, sigh it out. Seal your lips, come back to breathing in and out through the nose if that's comfortable in your body. Other side, extend your left leg long, kick the space behind you, keep your hips level. Remember, imagine a teacup or a glass balancing on your hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Open your hips, extend your toes up to the ceiling. You can point them. Stack your left hip on top of your right. Reach your toes to the sky. Bend your knee. Maybe you point your knee to the ceiling and draw some circles. Switch directions. Re-extend. Knee to nose, hold. Look between your thumbs, place your foot there. You can heel toe it there if it's difficult. Separate your feet on railroad tracks. And then roll forward and back like you're massaging your back foot, coming toward the tiptoes and then driving your heel back as though you're taking off to run in a race. Breathe in. Pyramid pose as you exhale. Shorten and widen your stance by hopping your right foot in. You can heel toe out a bit wider. Breathe in and breathe out. Bow forehead to knee. You can always add a slight bend in your left knee. Think about pulling your right hip forward, left hip back. And breathe. Add your breath. Incorporate your breath in every pose, every hold. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, bow forward. As you inhale, come through runner's lunge. We're going to set up our warrior one. So press your back foot back, spin your heel down, and rise up. Heel to heel alignment is the idea, but you can keep your legs wider if your hips are feeling tight, if your low back is tight. Think about closing off your hips so your right hip wraps forward and left hip pulls back. Reach your arms up. Biceps frame your ears. Knit your low ribs in together. To protect your low back, a slight tuck of your tailbone if your pelvis is dipping forward. Think about scooping your belly in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press your palms together. Straighten your left leg. Inhale. Exhale, left knee over ankle. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, bend deep. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend and hold. Palms press, shoulders relax away from the ears. Maybe you send your gaze up to your thumbs. Squeeze your inner thighs towards one another for more stability in your low body. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, hands down, frame your foot. Spin your right heel up, runner's lunge. Heel toe your left foot to the outer edge of the mat. Send your hips low. Roll forward and back on your back toes for your active lizard lunge. Plant your right hand down. Lift your left arm up. Easy twist. Palm is open. Look up at your fingers. Think about rolling your left shoulder back and keeping lifted out of the right shoulder. Twist coming from the middle portion of your spine. Inhale. Exhale in your lunge. Breathe in. Wide-legged fold on the exhale. Hands inside your feet. Bow your head forward. Same options here. You can take a traditional wide-legged fold with your hands under your shoulders. Walk your hands back. Draw the crown of your head down toward the mat. Another option to grab for your opposite ankles or clasp your hands at your low back. Extend and drop your arms back behind you. Steady, cleansing breaths. Release your hands. Halfway lift your spine on your inhale. Crawl to the top of your mat on your exhale. Lower your right knee down. Bow your head forward. Maybe you come down to your forearms. Maybe you stay lifted and just bow your head and surrender. Let your hips be super heavy. Really let go of tension in your lower body. Think about just any tension unraveling, loosening, softening. Soften the muscles of your face. Like a full body exhale. Just letting everything be natural. Thinking about softness, soothing your muscles, your body, your mind in these poses. As you inhale, come to your hands if you're not. If you're on your forearms, left hand to left thigh. Maybe you add a little pressure, pushing your thigh away from you, looking over your left shoulder, open your chest. If you like to add in the quad stretch, left arm will wind up and back. Maybe you bend your right knee in towards your seat, grab for the shoelace side of your foot, hips press forward. Release your foot. Hands down to the mat. Step your right foot forward. This time we'll come into a wide, low squat. So an active squat. Hips stay about the level of your knees. Hands to heart center. Toes are slightly out. Heels are slightly in. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mountain pose. Reach your arms high. Feet can stay where they are. Exhale, sink your hips down. This time parallel your feet. Bring them in a bit. Hands reach out long in front of you. 5, 4, 3. Slowly lower your hips. 2 and 1. Fingertips down toward the mat. Toe stand. Roll forward and back on your feet. Getting a nice stretch in your feet here. My toes are crackling. So if that's happening for you and it doesn't hurt, that's okay. Let it happen. Come into stillness. Fingertips come down to the mat. Maybe you try to lengthen your spine. Draw your hands to heart center. Just a suggestion, just an idea. Do what you can, do what you like. You can always crouch and rest here. Maybe you lift your hips over your heels and hold here for 3, for 2. Mountain pose in 1. Rise up with your heels lifted and lower down. Extended mountain, circle your arms up, breathe in. Cactus back bend, pull your elbows down and back, open your chest. Exhale back. Mountain, inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. High plank, take a breath in. Widen your feet a little wider than hips distance. Take your left hand to your right shoulder. Keeping your lower body as it is, right hand to left, lower down, left to right, lower down, right to left, lower down. Let your whole body touch down. Untuck your toes, forearms down for Sphinx pose. Pull your chest forward as though you're coming to scrunch up your mat. Breathe in. Hip points plug down. Heart pulls forward, actively pushing the floor away through your elbows. Breathe in. Breathe out, bow forward. Let your forehead rest in your hands. Let your whole body relax. Good. Extend your arms down by your sides for locust. Draw your feet in together as though you're zipping up your legs. Palms face down. On your inhale, lift your chin and chest up off the mat. Lift your arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your feet up. Breathe in to lift up. Breathe out to squeeze. Lift on the inhale. Lower down. Let your head rest down in your hands. Or turn your cheek to either side. You can bend your knees, windshield wiper your legs back and forth. One more round of full locust pose. Let your legs relax down. Arms by your sides or clasp your hands at your low back. Extend your arms. As you inhale, lift your chin and chest, zip your legs together. Everything lifts up off the mat. Imagine you're balancing on your hip points. Inhale to lift and roll up. Exhale to extend your legs up higher. One more breath in. Exhale, turn your other cheek down to the mat. Windshield wiper back and forth. Extend your legs long. Press your hands down into the mat. Come up through tabletop. We'll take pigeon pose. For pigeon pose, draw your right knee to your right wrist, and you can keep a deep bend in your knee, or you can start to drive your heel forward. You want your hips to be closed once again, so your left hip is down rather than open, and your right hip ideally will be grounded down into the mat. If that's not happening for you today, you can place a block, a sweatshirt, a pillow under your right hip, or you can lie down flat on your back and take a figure 4 stretch with your right knee crossed over your left. Grab hold of your left hamstring and pull in. This will give you the same outer hip stretch as pigeon. Wherever you are, actively pull or fold. And if you're in pigeon pose, if you have your heel further away from you and your shin bone more parallel to the top edge of your mat, that'll be a more intense hip stretch. Bow forward. Let your breath be soft and natural. Relax the muscles of your face and just totally unclench and surrender here. Signal to your body that it's time to relax and wind down. Let your exhales linger longer than your inhales. Final breath in pigeon. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next inhale, peel your torso up and find your way to the other side. You can roll over to the right side, swing your left leg around, or you can come through tabletop or even downward facing dog. If you're on your back, just simply switch out your legs. Set it up. Again, grounding the left hip down onto the floor, onto your mat. If you're in an upright pigeon, if it's not happening, pillow, block, or lie down on your back. It doesn't have to be the same as the other side. Bow forward and surrender. Heighten your awareness and tune into what's happening in your body.
your mind, your breath, even your thoughts. Just don't cling on to any one thought. Let it all pass through you. Any story, any worry, any stress. Just let go of your hold on it. Deepen your breath. One more full deep breath. Inhale. Welcome in something new. Open mouth, exhale, let something go.
Inhale, press up. Draw your right leg all the way around. We'll close out with butterfly, cobbler's pose, Baddha Konasana in Sanskrit. Draw your feet together. I'll pause a moment. If you're on your back, just find your way up slowly and mindfully. Draw the soles of your feet together. Grab hold of your feet. Lift your torso up. For more space in your hips, heels can be further away. For more intensity, draw them in close. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out to fold. For more intensity, you can draw your elbows to the creases of your knees and just apply a little bit of pressure to pull your knees down toward the floor, towards your mat. Think about drawing your face down into your feet, even if that's not close to happening today. On your inhale, slowly roll yourself up to a comfortable seat.